Yeah.
What's poppin', Ashley's forehead? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 11 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, so if that works for you, then let's get into this video review. The episode begins with Karen visiting Gizelle at her home. This is the first time she's been back since Gizelle had that gathering in her driveway for reasonably shady, I think it was. It was for something, child. And Karen was like, I like this, Gizelle. You know, I was a little worried about it in the beginning. And the producers asked her in her confessional, what did she really think about Gizelle's house? And she was like, I like the chandelier when you first walked in. She was like, I want to say something nice about a house. I mean, it didn't look as bad as it used to look. I mean, she got this black and white checkerboard tile thing going on, giving me very much Beetlejuice. It just looks like Gizelle's house reminds me of like a Big Lots or a Burlington Coat Factory, a Home Goods, where it's just stuff everywhere. And it's nice stuff. It just don't go together because it ain't meant to go together. That's what Gizelle's house gives me. But she trying, Lord. She trying. You know, God bless her. So since Karen missed Gizelle's twin daughter's dominatrix and desserts 16th birthday, she gifted them with some Gucci jewelry, which was very sweet. The girl seems really excited about it. So then she and Gizelle sit on the couch and they discuss Miami. And Gizelle tells Karen that Mia bought Jacqueline. She thinks that Mia might have purchased a Porsche for Jacqueline when Mia was in the club dancing and she was talking about how she made a lot of money or whatever. And she also lets Karen know that, you know, Mia let Jacqueline hit her ex and wanted to watch. And Gizelle wants to know if they sharing partners now. Like, is she, like, what's going on? What's going on? So Gizelle was like, you know, they were showering together in Miami. Like, Karen, where were you at when all this was going on? And Karen was like, minding my business, reading my Bible. All right. So Karen was like, you know, well, if they were showering in front of a window, then they wanted people to see, like they wanted to be seen, obviously. So now the storyline is percolating on what is going on with Jacqueline and Gizelle. I mean, not Jacqueline, Gizelle, Jacqueline and Mia. Like, are they more than friends? Or you say he's just a friend? Or you say she's just a friend? Oh, Mia, you got what she needs. Like, that's what it's giving me. So then we see Wendy is rushed to the emergency room because her kidney stones have gotten worse. She was in a lot of pain and she had like a 9 centimeter or inch something kidney stone that couldn't be pushed out. It had to be removed. So she had to have emergency surgery. And her husband was just telling her, like, you've been doing too much, like you pushing yourself too hard. And this is how we've gotten to this place. So hopefully she's learned to take better care of herself since then. We then see Ashley and her son Joe Biden at the house. She's vacuuming. He's taking a lot of pleasure out of it. When Mr. Dean comes home, baby, he comes home from college. You know, he goes for half a day, you know, because he's that smart that he doesn't have to go for a full day. So he had a half a day at the university, and then he came home and it was time for lunch. And Joe Biden wanted to sit next to him, but he was like, no, mama, I ain't got time for that right now. I got to work on a prototype for our new home. I don't know why you still talking to these people. I told you I was going to build it from scratch, God damn it. So he was up there working on the layout for their new home, the construction and everything, while eating pita chips and hummus. And Ashley is talking to the nanny about how she's still confused about how she and Michael's living situation is going to go. Because she's, you know, getting this house or whatever. She don't know, does he live with her or not? I'm like, Ashley, you sound stupid. Like, this got to be for a storyline, because this whole conversation is null and void. Like, it's ridiculous. And I nor Dean have time for it. Then we go to Gizelle and Roberto. They meet about their live show, and they have like 100 and something, I think it was like 120 VIP seats. So it's a 400 seat venue. And they have like 89 more seats to go, and they are afraid of it looking vacant in there. I'm like, why didn't y'all try to sell the whole venue out? I'm so confused. I don't know what the hell is going on. But anywho, one of the event coordinators, when Robyn walked in, told her that she smelled good. And I was like, of course she does. She smells like Gillette aftershave. Duh. So we then find out that Juan is participating. He's going to be their special guest. And I figured that he would be there so he and Roberto can discuss how two men co-parent, children, in a homosexual marriage versus a heterosexual marriage. So Giselle asks about their wedding that nobody's invited to because there is no wedding. And Roberto says he still does not have a date at all. But I do want to tell you guys that this week I have a video dropping about Roberto from her and Giselle's most recent episode of Reasonably Shady that you all do not want to miss. This video literally clarifies everything that I have been saying about this man. So do not miss out on this video that will drop this week. Okay, you guys, do not miss out. And I heard that it's been some other YouTubers out there using my lingo about Roberto and the things that I've been saying, like my little names and things, and they've been giving me credit. I know. At least give me credit. Jesus. Roberto and Juan are at the crib and they discuss their wedding. And Roberto says how he told Giselle that they still don't have a date together because their schedules are so busy. And Juan was like, I've told you it's pretty much up to you at this point. And he was like, I want you to be involved. And Juan was like, I wasn't even involved in the first one. This is your vision. This is what you want. And so Roberto was like, well, I want to bring up the conversation I had with the lawyer about the prenup, and she was saying we should have an infidelity clause. And Juan sits there silent for a second like, I know this bitch ain't bringing this shit up to me again, but I'm going to play it cool this time. I ain't going to cuss out in front of all these cameramen. But Juan was like, I don't think that'll be an issue. We've been together for how long? And she was like, since she was like 16. He was like, exactly. You're a part of my life. You're a big part of my life. And Roberto was like, but you hear horror stories. He was like, but that's not us. That's not us. You know what I'm saying? And in his confessional, Roberto was like, during their first divorce, Juan had started to see somebody, and that caused a lot of, contention between them. And she was like, if money would have been involved, that would have made it even worse. But I thought he had cheated on her prior to them getting a divorce. I thought that was part of one of the reasons why they got a divorce outside of the whole money situation. Not just he started dating somebody else when they was divorcing. Am I tripping? Ain't that been the story this whole time that Juan cheated on her? I don't know. Y'all let me know down below in the comment section. But I think there's most definitely a clause that needs to be in this prenup about cheating, because we all know Michael is the other man in this relationship. So you better watch your back, Roberto. You better watch your back. Karen visits Mia at her home and they sit down together, and Karen does not mince words. She goes right to it and was like, I was with Giselle and she was none too happy then to tell me that when we was in Miami, y'all showered together, you and Jacqueline. And Mia was like, yeah, we did, And she was, Karen was like, and she told me that, you and, Jacqueline, have done some things together. And so Mia was like, we've done some weird things together. She was like, oh, so y'all been intimate? She was like, well, no. Karen was like, have y'all kissed? She was like, no. Have y'all fondled? She was like, yeah. She was like, I had to get in there and look at it because I thought I wanted to be a gynecologist. And like, I had a flashlight and all types of stuff. And Karen was like, oh, okay. Well, how old were y'all when y'all was playing doctor and nurse? She was like, about 19, 20. And so Karen was like, Giselle also told me that you and G have had, threesome. She was like, yeah, we have. And Karen was like, was it with Peter? And I was like, oh God, not with Peter, Jesus, not a gangbang. Oh Lord. Oh my Father. I don't believe Mia at all. I think that her and Jacqueline have done more than just fondle each other. Y'all have scissored, child. Get out of here. Stop. It's the day of Reasonably Shady Live. And all the girls come except for Wendy and Candiace for obvious reasons. I just want to know why every time Charisse arrives to an event, she wearing a curtain. Is she in the in-between stage in her weight or something like that? Because every outfit she has on literally is a pair of drapes. Like, she be looking a god-awful mess. Karen in her confessional, after the producers asked her how did she feel about seeing Juan there, she's like, I'm always surprised to see Juan. Because you know Juan don't be fucking with Roberto like that. So they get to their seats, and Karen leans over the ram, was like, the seats are empty. They got about 8 minutes to fill this up. You know, Robyn filmed everything, so I'm going to film this. Child, that place was so damn empty. I don't understand why they didn't try to sell the whole place out. Like, why didn't y'all do like $20, $30 tickets or something like that? I don't understand why they only did like 100 and something tickets. That was very weird. Or get a smaller venue. I don't know. So, Karen in her confessional makes the joke that everyone was comfortable because everybody had about 5 or 6 seats between them. Karen is a hoot, child, a hoot. So when the show starts, Karen starts taking notes on what not to do at her show. And I watched Karen's show on Karen's YouTube channel, and her show was so good. And when Robyn and Giselle's show started, the comedian who was the host, I forgot dude's name. He used to always be like on Comic View and Def Jam. Really highly known comedian, but I can't remember his name. He was hella funny back in the day. He calls Robyn Bryant, child. And I'm like, oh my God. So Karen was like, that's the first no. Make sure I don't have a drunk host that knows my name, that don't know my name. Then Robyn mic didn't work. Then in the middle of the live show, they started having a dance segment that was cringy because they had Ashley get up there and dance with them. And you know, Giselle and Robyn can't dance worth a damn. And Ashley got like a half a second of rhythm. Child, it was a mess. It was a mess. But you know, this is Robyn and Giselle. I mean, this was their first event. Hopefully it's gotten better. Robyn says in her confessional they spent about $10,000 on the event and profited about $14,000. But I need to see receipts because I don't believe shit that come out of Robyn's mouth. So after the event is done, Giselle stays back to talk to Jacqueline. Charisse is there, so she lets Charisse stay. So Giselle asks Jacqueline, you know, Mia bought you a Porsche? And Jacqueline was like, you know, I make my own money. Giselle was like, but she did say that, right? Like, I'm not remembering. I'm not like tripping. Like, she did say that when we was in Miami. Charisse was like, yeah, I remember that. So Giselle was like, okay, Gordon didn't buy it. And Jack was like, are you trying to say that I'm the side piece now? And Giselle was like, well, we know Mia likes to watch, so you never said pick me. And Jack was like, you have to ask Mia that. And I'm like, well, shit, that's your answer right there. If she's sitting up here saying you got to ask Mia, it's obvious that they done did something. So Ashley then joins the conversation. And Mia is just a few seats down talking to Roberto. So Giselle asked him to come over. So Giselle was like, Mia, we have a question. So in Miami, you was talking about how, you know, if you balling and you ain't helping your friend out, then, you know, you ain't a good friend. So you bought her car. And Mia was like, her car is in her name. That didn't answer the question. It's obvious that you bought her the car. Like, come on now. Like, just be honest. Yeah, like, what the fuck? So Mia was like, so has Jacqueline slept with Gordon? Is that what y'all asking me? And Giselle was like, she told me to ask you that. And Mia was like, you know, Jacqueline and I need to compare notes on what we want to tell y'all. So obviously, y'all done fucked around. Like, y'all done fucked around. You done let her hit your husband. You probably sat back and watched. Okay, it is what it is. Or if you don't want to talk about it, just say they ain't none of y'all motherfucking business, bitch. What the fuck you over there doing with your coochie? So Jacqueline was like, you know, I felt like it needed to be all of us in the room having a conversation. That's why I said ask Mia. Girl, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. Girl, get out of here. So Jacqueline says that Gordon isn't her type. I'm sure he your type for the right price. And so Charisse poses the question, well, if he was your type, would Mia be okay with watching them do the do? And we didn't really get an answer about that. So this will be an ongoing storyline that I guess will be revealed over time, and that's what causes Jacqueline and Mia to fall out. But it's obvious they done did the Uchi Wally Wally Uchi Bang Bang. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, y'all more than friends. That's been obvious since day one that y'all been having a little scissor sister moment going on. Okay, that y'all do what y'all do, child. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it at all. Cause something about Mia gives me hermaphrodite. Time for me to log off. Woo, Jesus. Tonight's episode, I give it an A because I laughed. Karen tickled me and I tickled my damn self. Oh, you guys, this week I have my Ready to Love cast breakdown videos dropping. So I'm going to break down the ladies of season 7 of Ready to Love. I'm going to give you my initial reaction thoughts from their cast photos as well as the guys. So you do not want to miss it. It is freaking hilarious. Like, I was tickling myself giving you all my initial reaction on these cast members. So you guys do not want to miss that video this week. I got some really funny videos dropping this week, so get ready. I got some stuff for y'all leading into Christmas. Okay, once again, you guys, make sure you thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.